Got us a Saya over for the team 1. Every team got somebody loading in. You got the weapon and shit? Yeah. Is that a season 2 or season 1? I think it's season 1. Looks so good. Leo on that team. We got ourselves a Mega. We got us a Shinigami. We got us this yes. Or yes. Okay, I got the name. It took me a second. I'm like, for some reason I thought it was eyes for a second. Can't read, man. But it's actually no, hold on. The name is actually not yes. It's yes. I'm dumb, dude. I'm dumb. DFA out for Blush, looking to land a big eviscerator Leo, but the shatters out of the Death Knight do turn us around. I was just giggling there like an idiot. An absolute idiot. I wasn't watching what was going on here. Death? DFA, huh? I like it. I like the plays with it. It could have done a lot of damage. Actually, it would be able to do a lot. Mies, we got us as Young, we got us as Sham, we got Rick, and Rick is going to be up next as a Demonology this time around, not Destra. But for Leo, I think a Sub-Rogue is like one of the best setups in that kind of like a matchup. Like last duel of the night, this is the guy you would have started off with. That's a tough one, man. That's a toughie. 3.5 hit for DFA. Let's go, dude. Yo, last season, actually, hold on a second. Last season, that number would have been big. I feel like this season, did that number not scale? Did they nerf eviscerates? I feel like last season, 3 mil hits on DFAs, or maybe that's an Venom DFA with Assassination. Either way, that is a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. The Death Knight, though, does end up surviving it narrowly, however. Blind onto Rick is going to be a trick to follow. Trying to see if he can slow him down with the Death of Decay. Is going to go for a grip, but a port grip into another port. Or gateway, rather, into a grip, into a port. If I actually have to break it down proper, it's going to be a Mortar Coil right after into a Darkback Rick. Trying to see if he can go for a proper setup with a Tyrant. Is going to get silenced out for Leo. Locking out that silence on the Tyrant is huge, but his soul ripped out of his body does mean he's doing a lot less damage, a lot less healer. Big damage onto Rick for a second, but he does pop a Warlock Hellstone, picking up all the health. Bat still in play, still doing a ton, still got himself a proper Tyrant. It's just a lot of damage to deal with, man. Way too much damage all at once. With the Mega going to be up next. Trying to see if he can go for a quick bash, got himself a couple of dots here. Are you back to playing into a full-on Illusion Chosen? I think he might be, actually. I think he might just be. I think it might just be. Does go for a quick port, looking for a Summon Gloomhound, but the dots are actually wrecking right through him right now. Hold on a second. Mortar Coil does end up connecting. Big Demon Bolt doing a bit of damage. There's going to be a Star Surge sent right back. Omega does go for a Barskin. Dark Pact out for Rick. As Omega trying to see if he can get back over there really quickly. I'm swapping the wrong targets now. Uh-oh. Is it going to be Fear? Can't really stop it. Does he get the good line of sight? Does not. Axe does. And it's going to be good luck down by Rick with yet another Fear. The dot damage is actually melting through Rick's defenses. It is going to go for a Starfall, melting the pets, but also doing a lot of raw damage to Rick, but might just go down. And Rick does end up turning it around. It was a lot of damage out for the Boomkin. Lots of Starfall, but the damage... You try to think to melt down Rick little by little. Starfall, dots, Moonfire, Soundfire, shooting stars, while trying to stay as mobile as possible. But it just wasn't quite enough. Yes, is gonna be up next. Full Ray of Frost does melt it for a second. Mies trying to see if he can get himself full Blizzard around the corner. Does connected. Vanish out for the Rogue, looking for Eviscerates. But Mike gets stunned up unless he's careful. Gouge for a moment, does get stunned. Tricking for tricking. Block out for Mies. Yes, still does end up taking the Meteor either way. Cheap shot immediately as soon as he breaks out of a block. Looking for another lockdown. Is it enough? I'm swapping the wrong targets now. Looking for a massive Eviscerate. Does get it, but a flurries. Oh, the Rogue. Barely alive. But does end up surviving it, though narrowly. Blizzard around the corner. Does get to avoid it. Ring of Frost is up. Mies with a bit of shifting power, knows the Rogue cannot get too close. Might be able to sit down for some food. The Rogue could just step on him though. Rogue could just step in the middle, but the Rogue ain't doing it. Actually sees the Rogue. I think he might have saw the Rogue behind the pillar for a second. Knows the Rogue is going to go for a reset. I think he knows. I think he knows. Or just kind of hoping that the Rogue isn't on him. Maybe he didn't see the Rogue behind the pillar eating. But the Rogue does catch up a full one. Full reset for him. I originally went back to Zereth Mortis to get some of the mounts, mostly trying to get the mount for the whole expansion completionist achievement. I don't think I've ever gotten the spider one. I might need to go back and look, but I don't think I've ever gotten that. mount. I also don't like the look of any of the Zerath Mortis mounts. I feel like I just don't like the zone. And anything Zerath Mortis, I'm just like, yeah. I don't like it. It's just because it's Zerath. Just because it's Shadowlands. Stun? Does he get a proper go? Oh, this might just be a big lockdown by the Mage. Oh, just needed one more. The Rogue Shadow stepped out of it. But when he stepped out, only his soul stepped out of his body. The body was over. Body was done. Body was frozen. Turned into a block of ice. Holy. Shinigami trying to see if he can get himself a proper go himself as well. It's going to be a breath on the Mies. Bit of a rematch between these two. Immediate block. Insta block. Insta go. Trinket out for Shinigami. Landing a quick kick. What is that aggressive block, dude? Mies just trying to end Shinigami right here, right now. Why he's got shields. That is going to reflect a decent bit of damage. Not as heavy as it was at the beginning. But it's 100% damage reflected. It's like 60 right now. But still is a massive shield either way. But Shinny does get himself yet another shield that is going to reverse some damage back to Mies. But he's still able to power on right through it. Quite a decent bit. Looking for a frost bomb. Big shatter combo. Shinigami is going to have to block. He's going to be cauterized. Definitely going to be caught. Oh, wait. No, he doesn't even get caught. Wait, what? Wait, what? This is just like caught and then explode immediately for all his health bar? Oh, Mies is just dead. What was that mage damage? What was that mage damage? Unless he caught it super early some way, somehow. But I don't think he did. Did he? Young gonna walk up to Osaya, who is the last one standing. The last man standing. This is gonna be a full-on shatter combo on him with a big explosive. The frost bomb explosions are huge. They're so good. I feel like it allows mages to get like a much cleaner lineup with the full combos that they do. The shadow combos and everything. I don't know how I get the camera to dislodge like this, but we're just gonna roll with it, right? Just gonna roll with it. Blinks out for the Mage. Does get a polymorph onto Saya. Looking for a proper setup. There's a frost bomb and everything. He's not walking up to stun him. He's just trying to see if he can do some damage from range. That is gonna be Spell Warden. So for Young, that could potentially be a trade with the Ice Block. It is gonna trade a block. Actually, blocking while high on health may not be the worst. Dampening is rolling in at 35% though. So this may not be the worst move, honestly. Blocking while high. Does get himself a blink. Almost avoiding the Dawn Light, but not quite. Looking for a poly. Does not get a poly. Definitely needs to be very careful with the shields. Definitely needs to get the corners and line of sight angles against side to land those polys. Breath Connect. Poly. You do have a alter time that's going to reset you. Does get a full freeze into Saya. Is just going to back up out of there for a second. Side does end up burning a trinket for it. So it's a pretty decent trade actually for Young. That's a burst and got some cooldowns out of him. All you got to do is live. You just got to live a little longer. So you got to find a way to get a bubble out of Saya, I think. It's like a block. That is a little rough though, because now you're a little behind on cooldowns. That's immunity that Saya is going to have that you won't now. Unless you know you can get yourself some kind of a decent setup to force and bubble out of him right here, right there. Maybe, possibly. Dropping down a bit of damage. No Meteor to follow up though. Does have himself a lot of comments just rolling in. But it's quite a bit of damage with Saya. Pelting away, plinking away at his health little by little. Might be enough, maybe? Saya has a line of sight. I think he wants to go for like a Hodge, maybe. Yeah, maybe a Hodge. Ultra is available. So Young should be a-okay. Does have some cooldowns rolling in. That's going to be huge for him. He's going to get a bubble out of Saya. That's going to be immediate bubble. Yep. But now you're a little bit behind on health and you're in a rough spot. Maybe Sham could bring it back. Maybe this was an opportunity for you just to crack through those defenses to see if you could take down the Sham. Possibly. Maybe. Saya trying to see if he can get himself. What can he do? Lay on hands? That's about it. Sham, you only got one thing to burn through, man. Only one got item to burn through. One item in the inventory. Stun immediately onto Sham. Try to see if you can get on top of Saya. Sprinted after him, but the Pally got plenty of movement, man. The NASCAR, the horse, it is trucking along. That's a lot of horsepower in just a one seed. Full healing out for Saya. He's actually playing it very defensively. Just trying to see if he can live. That is a wall out for Sham. Sham no longer has a trinket though. So now for Saya, there's a window. There's a window where you might be able to make something happen. Don't have a Hodge for a second. But the Spell Warden or Searing Glare is going to reverse set it back on him. Sham needs to have a go at some point though. Knock Saya out. Lay on hands still possible. Still very possible for Saya. Unless you just burst him down before you can get himself a proper go. Might just have to. He got himself Primordial Storm. This might be the play. Stun. Oh, doesn't matter what. Saya was stunned, but Sham just got melted to the dots. Paladins, man. Herald is real good. That dot absolutely wrecks right through you.